and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone. And I can't have been thinking, Norwich have been doing really badly since the restart, haven't they? Well, the correct answer is yes. This got me thinking, are they up there with some of the worst Premier League teams of all time, or are they not? So here are the 6 teams that scored the least points in Premier League history. Number 6, Watford 1999 to 2000. The Watford of now are motoring along, well, quite nicely, except for sacking managers every 2 minutes, enjoying their status in the Premier League, although not for long. The Watford of yesteryear, not so much. Aside from the golden age of Graham Taylor and Elton Johns, the 70s and the 18s, they very rarely appeared in the top flight. There is one such occasion when the Hertfordshire outfit relegated with a then record low points total for the Premier League. 2 1-0 wins over Chelsea and Liverpool were the highlight of a dismal season which saw just 6 wins. Number 5, Sunderland 2002 to 2003. The best thing about this season is that it's not even the worst one Sunderland have suffered. Peter Reid was sacked by October and a recruitment committee headed solely by Howard Wilkinson to find a new manager decided on Howard Wilkinson. The ex-Leeds boss was gone by March after winning just 2 games to be replaced by Mick McCarthy, who oversaw the club's relegation back to second tier. A 2-1 win over Liverpool was the highlight of the season, but they failed to win another game for the rest of the campaign, having 15 consecutive defeats. Wow. 4. Aston Villa 2015 to 16. The Tim Sherwood experiment lasted until late October, at which point he had won precisely 1 game. Remy Gard took over in November and, to his eternal credit, doubled the record. To be fair to the Frenchman, there was no saving the club that had been rotting inside for years, thanks to dreadful mismanagement over an extended period. The highlight of the season has to be Julian Lescott tweeting a picture of his fancy car after Villa were thrashed 6-0 by Liverpool in February. He said it was an accident, sure mate. Number 3, Huddersfield 2018-19. Following 2 magical seasons in which the Terriers gained promotion and survival, it finally all came apart. Huddersfield didn't taste victory until November, when they defeated fellow relegation battlers Fulham 1-0 in an awful contest, and by January, David Wagner had left the club. They managed to avoid the ignominy of being the first top-flight team to not score 10 or more away goals in a campaign when they secured a shock 1-1 draw against Man United. The high point of the season has to be when Sky Sports reporter made his way through the crowd to get to the new coach, Juan Seward, only it wasn't him at all. Number 2, 2005-6 Sunderland. If you thought the 2003 was bad, wait until you hear about this. The Black Cats extended their record-breaking losing streak to 20 games at the start of the season, setting the tone for the rest of the campaign. By Christmas, they had attained 1 win and 7 points in total. At the time, they set a new low for points gained and would only secure their 3rd win of the season against Fulham long after they were relegated. On the bright side, their relegation led to Roy Keane taking over the following season and leading them back to the Premier League with a record high points total. His appointment gave much needed stability to the club until Ellis Short brought the organisation. Number 1, 2007-8 Derby. If you Google worst Premier League teams ever, the Wikipedia page for Derby this season comes up. The Rams broke a host of unwanted records, the longest run with games without a win, the lowest points total, and the lowest number of wins in the season. They are the only team in that have been relegated from the Premier League in March and just the 2nd since the war. The solitary win came in September against Newcastle United, with whom they also drew later in the season, meaning 36% of their points that season were against the Magpies. Wow. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below, for daily football news. Remember to subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.